What's going on, everybody? You know the drill. We're going through some Legend League replays today. Had a pretty good day. A really unfortunate circumstance in that second one there, 98%. And defense was looking a bit grim. I did get a 1-star, but then, there was those 2-3 stars in a row. But then, a couple more fails. So 248 to finish the day. It was pretty good defense once again. I got 4 attacks remaining, but let's get into these replays. So on the first one here, annoying, right? The dark sceneries, the high seas, I guess, is this one. Plus all the decorations. It's super annoying. Kind of fun to look at. Anyway, some decent fireball value on this one. I was kind of hoping to get into the ricochet cannon and fireball it to get the clan castle. But, once again, it's not all about the clan castle. It's nice, but, I started walking my warden in from here. I also, bases like this are quite easy. What I looked at was, usually I like to flame flinger one of these compartments because the fire spitter is shooting the backside, so I like to start it from over here-ish. And the expos are pretty far, but the main consideration was this one had a king out here, which would have stopped my flame flinger kind of when he came into there, and this I didn't have a hero. So I came in from the top side with my flame flinger. You'll see me set it up for it by taking out both these mortars with 2 balloons each. After I decided on, I saw the king there. So I took out both of them. I even took down the archer tower just so I could send that in. And then, I started my warden from the far side. He's walking in. And, I decided he kind of popped a little slower than I thought because he had to fight the king here. Sent the balloon in just to kind of maybe not let the headhunter get targeted. But I just decided, since the jelly popped right here, just to go get the scatter. And it was direct in this case. I saw it was the closest target. So I was like, you know what? Let me actually just... I think I sent an invis, because he stepped up. So, anyway, hit some good defenses there. I think this is exactly like what I've talked about. Usually you'd like to get away from the clan castle if you don't kill it, but once again, there's the monolith inside here and it would go invisible, so that's a decent amount of damage. And my warden is between the clan castle and my healers, so even if there was fire mites, I'd just poison it and I'd be fine because, right here, right, he's dealing with it way outside of that. He'll take forever, so I should start the Sui. Yep, I start the Sui right here. Rocket balloons and baby dragon, Valkyrie, just trying to set a funnel here. Decent funnel. I sent 2 wall breakers even to try and get him in. Warden still stuck on those ice golems, but look at this flinger do work. They're working in. I freeze, I think, right here just to try and get the quake boots a little further in. It worked. I mean, a little further in. I noticed king right here, or warden right here. I got an invis. Raged him up so you get through both of those things, no problem. Queen, I think I rage. Yep, as she steps up into here as well. And the flinger just did insane work. Coming in behind these guys here, and not using the royal champion in the first hit of the day. That's always looking nice. There we go. Let's get on right into the next one here. Second one. This one was quite interesting. Once again, you look at this and you think so easy for fireball. The kind of only thing, because you can't flame flinger into invis towers. You can try and trigger it, but there's still the monolith and the minion prince up there, and then this one that side has the town hall. So I decided just to hit these compartments. You'll only get 2 buildings, but the fire spitter's not that bad. That's always good to get, plus a ricochet cannon. So I just sent a flame flinger on the one side after testing for traps, probably the left because I like to, or I guess the right because I wanted to warden charge. Here into the king, I think, over the, I guess just the archer queen is inside. I don't know. But warden popped much earlier than I was expecting, so I saw I could just, invis, and then invis, and he'd hit one of the 2 compartments. It looked like the scatter, but regardless, you're getting good value. So, I got my invis down, popped the fireball. He decides to go up there, and that's phenomenal value, right? I'd be thinking, even if I saw this, there's no way you fail that. That's just crazy value. I tried to snipe the mortar, wasn't going to it, so I just gave up on that plan. And here's kind of where the problem lied. This one is quite interesting, but so I sent the ice golem a little too early, to be honest, but I did want it to kind of freeze for my heroes, but I did send it too early still. But I froze onto kind of the back end damage there that would keep my warden alive. I did it again as my queen came in right here. Pop the ability, and then I freeze all those. That was a well-timed freeze. Look at this clan castle. 55 barbarians is what comes out of this thing, and it just slows my heroes up. They do not get through this. I send the royal champion through the same side. I don't know if that was a mistake. I think that was the best play because there was still defenses. There was the queen all down here. I think I maybe just waited too long because, I think we were looking fine here. I got balloons and minions I thought would clean this up, but turns out the minion prince actually took up more than I thought. But regardless, This one was looking pretty good, and I probably just time failed that. So I could have started my Royal Champion, I guess, a bit earlier. But 55 Barbarians, right? Like, who runs that? That stopped my queen in her tracks. Okay, this base I've hit many times in hard mode. I can usually get to like a 90% triple, but I never quite can get it, just from this kind of last compartment. So what I do is, I'm pretty sure there's skeleton traps on this side up by the queen. So what I do is I come in from the bottom here, just taking out both the mortars, and then I'll show you how I get rid of the Royal Champion. I just use a Goblin to pull her, and then I go Baby Dragon Headhunter. And what I do is I send that Flame Flinger kind of right between these X-bows, because it'll get both of these merged defenses and the bomb tower, but both those defenses, which isn't bad value. And then, yeah, I start my Warden. Usually I like to go opposite side of the Flame Flinger, but on this base I go same side. I Rage up here, which maybe I've frozen before because he kind of lunged pretty far. Goes in for the Minion Prince, and that was tough. I had to freeze it. But I was managing my Warden well because there is a lot of damage here, right? So I Invis. And what I usually do is I try and hit onto that Rage Tower, because in hard mode especially you need to get that kind of juicy value. But even still, that kind of value is what you're looking for. Getting the Clan Castle, both Spitters, Scatters, the Rage Spell. Flinger's doing work, by the way. But I noticed my Warden was just going to take too much damage, so I just invised right there onto the Sweeper. And I mean, the Scatter Shot almost went down, so that's closer than I thought. But that still gets good value. I missed the Spitter that is pointing at me, but I weaken the Town Hall, and I'll have to face the Spitter, but that's fine. So yeah, I come in here, get the Headhunter. It takes down the King enough to where I'm fine, so that's nice. King's working his way through. Yep. Flinger pops, and I get my heroes to work with. I'm just keeping an eye on my Warden here. I'll invis him since he needs it, and King is getting targeted early, and maybe that's something that becomes a problem, because I feel like it's not usually as close as it was, and it's hard. Well, I don't usually 3-star, but in hard mode, being 90% or so usually means you crush it in normal mode. But yeah, I just sent the Royal Champion in, Rocket Balloons from up top, and it's not that close, but I had to use the Royal Champion and all our spears. But yeah, just kind of cruised through this one, so still a nice triple nonetheless. Yeah, that's how I approach that base, because you might see it. It's decently common. And then fourth base here, because we're starting a war. Yeah, obviously going into this Rage Tower would be lovely. So that was kind of my thought. This one was looking like if I could maybe get some Flame Flinger value up here, but I didn't really think I could set it up. So I just switched to Siege Barracks right there, as you see. But yeah, I come in from the bottom here, just testing for some air balloons or air bombs, because honestly, you would go through many Legends days without finding them, but then the one day you do, you'll wish you'd placed your balloons. So just place one balloon, it's worth it, just one. If they're not at the edge, like, they'll be in that core for Root Riders rolling around to catch their healers. So don't worry about it, just place the one. But yeah, we're going in here. And then I realized kind of when I was charging right here and I was getting into all this damage, and kind of realized I wasn't going to get there, that hitting this Fire Spitter only doesn't get the Inferno. That's the only thing it misses in comparison to the Rage Tower and the Sweepers, but who cares? It still gets both Spitters, Inferno, and the Rage, so I just decided to go for that. Take the Spitter off of me. And then yeah, just take that down. Now I get my choice of where I want my Warden to go. I'm taking him away from the Clan Castle, and it's kind of nice to go through these thin sides, because that happens easily. You gotta be careful because there was a lot of damage here, but the Valk goes huge because it takes out skeletons right there, and then skeletons up here too. Yeah, so that was huge. Start my Sui here, got the Siege Barracks with a beautiful funnel, nice wall break. And yeah, this one's kind of collapsed from here. The heroes walk in. I think right on this Builder Hut I'll pop his ability, just because that opens the most walls. Maybe not the best spiky ball, but yeah, if it opens the most walls, it can be good. I probably sent a minion onto this once I thought, yeah, she wasn't going to it, but I believe a clone actually did go to it. We'll find out. Okay, no. Yeah, Warden's rolling around. I'm looking at him. He's still healthy. And yeah, we're just kind of collapsing. Just textbook Rocket Balloon on this one. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful attack right here. Cruising through it. Not going to need the Royal Champion on this one. And yeah, just blown out of the water. Perfectly executed attack. Nothing was really too close. Managed well. So let's see what we can get in these live ones. Yeah, let's hop on the first one here. Here we are on the first one. Okay, this should be a good base as well for Fireball Rocket Balloons. There is two big damage areas on both of those sides up here, Rage Tower and Poison Tower. So you got to be careful. I wouldn't mind a Fireball into the Scatter Shot because it gets the Clan Castle pretty nicely. I might do that and just walk my warden around kind of towards this royal champion bottom side. Get a siege barracks on this one because there is those ground bows and they're pretty deep in the base that, you know, I don't think I'm finding any value. And that's fine, you know, you don't need to force it. So yeah, we're starting in here. Because I'm going for the scatter, I might actually... Oh, I pulled the super dragon already. And nice, my warden is currently... I'll just poison onto it because that really lessens its damage, which will be nice. Because, yeah, we're taking a lot of that right now. Thought I might be going direct here. I'm not, but now that I don't have a poison, it just means, you know, heroes like this royal champion, I'm really going to have to make sure I get my headhunter on. Warden's probably about to pop. It'll be in 3 seconds, 2, 1. So he does step up anyway. I'll let him go hit that. Beautiful right here. 1 onto the archer tower, and then the 2, yeah, on the clan castle. I kind of want to roll around to the right here because, yeah, if I go to the left, I'll be facing kind of both those fire spitters. See if he naturally walks that way. Looks like it, but if he doesn't go to this collector, I'll pull him. Yeah, had to react fast there, but we got him pulled, which is nice because he'll be behind the spitter, so that's not even really a defense on this side if you think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get that down. Just gotta keep an eye on him to make sure, you know, he doesn't step into that royal champion without me being there, because if he does, you know, it's just he's gonna go down. So I need to make sure I have those headhunters ready. I could, you know, I got 2 invis. You gotta use those things. Don't be too sparingly that you lose your warden because of it. So no point just kind of swagging the spells. Use them. Yeah, warden's gonna be safe there. The royal champion's the easiest hero to deal with. It doesn't do too much damage. So this one's looking, you know, just textbook once again. Warden down the one flank, heroes down the other. Siege barracks got a beautiful funnel going. Yeah, king ability's about to go off right there because it. Oh, I thought that was gonna open the backside. Sometimes the druids go off into the super minions like they just did, so maybe I gotta play them a little earlier. Queen's actually going outside the base, which, you know, isn't to plan. Warden should be safe here. Oh, nice. Queen dodges back in. I'll rage her. Just hit an invis right here. Think I lost the unicorn. Keep my eye on the warden. Yeah, unicorn went down, so that she doesn't have too much healing. I just got a lot of stuff here rolling around, so we'll be more than fine. I'm just going to swarm this because I should go into that cannon after. I'll just send a freeze to make sure, you know, all that goes down, not a problem. And yeah, we'll swag the royal champion in this one too, so let's just clean it up. Right, so coming into the next one here, another decent base. We're checking those expos. I'm not finding any flame flinger value really. I don't think I could get both those cannons, which would have been maybe enough value. Yeah, not getting either of those. So maybe coming into this royal champion side, hitting that multi would get the fire spitter not facing me, but still a fire spitter. Clan castle, all that, and then maybe I'd roll around to the monolith because it'd be out of range of the fire spitter. So I'll try that here. I might actually go into the queen because if I roll around to the queen versus rolling around to the champion, I might take out the queen with either the fireball actually does some damage to it, or, you know, I might fight her and just use a headhunter, but kind of under rage here if I'm already going to be using one. So I don't mind that. This is looking pretty solid because, yeah, I should be able to set up, just maybe I'll take out one of these mortars, whichever one. If I don't get this close one, I'll take it out. But we'll see. I wouldn't mind my warden stalling, so that's why I'm kind of letting him go take it out if he does, and not just taking it out right now. He will, so that's beautiful. He'll turn to this other stuff. After he takes this out, it should be a very, very smooth double invis, so I'll just pop that right there. There it goes. Awesome, awesome. Fireball delivered. That's always good, step 1. Yeah, so I do want to pull my warden out to this side. I'll do it. There actually was a hole right here, which would have made it easier. I was planning on doing it after we got the cannon, but I didn't get the tank. I meant to send that first balloon just to test for air mines on the side of the cannon, and then they just he went to the monolith, so I sent them all there. There is, I'll use that hole now. There is the invis tower going to come back, but I just want to make sure my warden goes outside. So there's no point in me. I think 2 baby dragons will pull him. Okay, he went anyway. Nice. Yeah, 1 minion right here because there's going to be actually a lot of skeleton traps. Wow. Yeah, we're coming in right here. King, queen. There's a Valk. So Warden's fine up here. I'm going to go take down that and kind of funnel in that backside for him. Nice, beautiful wall break right there. I didn't want to break into the gold storage. That would have been a waste. Warden's going to keep walking around, and he should be actually quite chilling. So this is looking really, really nice. The king ability is going to go off. I'll pop it right after they take down this Expo because I'm thinking about the spiky ball here to hit as least buildings that he would get anyway. There's 2 druids that I'm really hoping go for the queen this time. Nice, they do. Warden, I'm keeping an eye on him at the bottom of the screen right there. He's doing more than fine. I'll rage up with the queen ability right here. Warden is fighting the world champion now, and this is why you want to fight her. He didn't have a single headhunter and a multi on him, and he just absolutely wrecks her. So she's really weak. Yeah, no world champion. This one's absolutely crushed. Let's just wrap it up. Alright, 7th hit here. Okay, another one where I'd like to hit the multi-range, long range or Rico right here because that'll clear out the core but also get the clan castle. Maybe I'd go into this bottom side just to avoid the minion prince, but that is into the clan castle close side, so I'd rather go to the far side. So I'll start from up top. I'm looking for flame flinger value. I might be able to get this archer tower and scatter, so that'd be good. I want to place this kind of between those gold mines, looks like. So I'll try that out because, yeah, the flinger is just a great siege. So if there is the value, you should take it. And I think that'll be enough. Getting the 1 rocket balloon down right here. I like to send the 2 balloons. I guess the ground and air expo didn't reach me, but if I send the 2 balloons to weaken the damage, it's nicer than kind of burning some spells because usually you have plenty of rocket balloons, and spells are your more crucial aspect. So yeah, I'm gonna try and set this up. He should be going up to the builder hut. That'd be really, really nice. Staying away from the clan castle. No, he doesn't. So that could be a problem just because the jelly might pull the clan castle here, which would really suck. But yeah, it might happen. I'm going to try and snipe this. We'll see what happens. He's on some storages, so I kind of want to utilize that. I want to take down that just to be certain. Single invis, single invis, single invis. Leaving the storage up. Beauty right here. We take out the core, we take out the clan castle. Really well executed. I got the flinger going there, but there's not going to be, like, usually I like to split, like I've said, right? You know, Warden down the one flank and then heroes between the flinger, but because of all this dead space and where my fireball hit, there's actually no value for my heroes to go between. So, I mean, if my Warden walks left, I'll let him, but I wasn't going to, I'd rather him go right. But yeah, my flinger is actually probably going to solo the rest of this, so that's fine with me. I'll just poison right here. I wasn't going to get a headhunter in time, and you know, I took out the clan castle and got absolutely OP value, so he's going to die to the multi-mortar right there. I'll see if I can keep my Warden, keep going. I got to start my heroes right here, so I'll actually start them in this bottom side. Got to keep an eye. The Warden's still doing okay. He'll do fine. I can see he's going to be able to sustain that, so I'll let him. I'll rage up just through this. Try and get a wall break there, maybe another one into the town hall compartment. Try to snipe out that archer tower, don't quite get it. King ability's about to pop. Oh, beautiful right there. Nice wall break open. Spiky ball takes out the town hall. That happens actually quite often. If you can fireball it and get the 2 quakes on it, your spiky ball will hit it. And yeah, let's just wrap this one up. Absolutely massive, massive swag. Yeah. Hopping into the last one here. Well, this one's not great for fireball, to tell you the truth. This is interesting. There's heroes kind of defending any flame flinger value. This one is definitely anti-fireball. Wow. But I'll see what I can do. Something onto maybe the fire spitter or air sweeper would get something. I'm not seeing any sort of flame flinger value. There might have been some that I missed because you could have maybe sniped some of these expos, but I still didn't see it. And yeah, the siege barracks can work totally fine. Obviously, if you get more fireball value, it's less important what you do with the siege, and this one doesn't have much, so maybe it'd be nice, but yeah, I couldn't find anything, so we'll see what I can do here. I'll rage because I thought I was going to solo the single, but because my warden didn't go for it, I'll try and pull the poison nice away from him. And since I'm already here, I might as well finish the job of trying to finish it off. Come on, come on, come on. There's a lot of stuff right here. Let's see if we can hit that air sweeper. I think I can hit that invis. Nice. That was beautiful right there. So it's not phenomenal value, but it does get the clan castle, which is always a nice target. It gets a fire spitter. And in this case, I think the town hall does have so much stuff near it, but the monolith is too cored off and into that fire spitter. I think I would just have too much trouble. So yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can get my heroes through this bottom side. I'm going to instantly already get that kind of down a little early here. I'm going to need some spells, my warden, for sure, because I'm going to be running into the king right here. I guess he's fine for a second. Look back here, because I got to get a rage on him when he gets to that king. No doubt. There's the rage. There's the headhunter. So we're still looking pretty good, though. I'm managing the warden well here. I'll poison to get those skellies, because otherwise, you know, they would have kind of stalled me up. Yeah, I'll pop the king ability to open all that. Nice, nice, nice. Warden is kind of getting through this. Got a freeze right here, rage, headhunter. So my warden did invest all my spells, but this one's also looking really, really well executed. I just really paid attention to my warden on this one, so I had to. And we're rolling around. I'll probably use the RC to get to that single, because my king will open the wall. Maybe her giant will, but yeah, I couldn't get a wall break in there. But yeah, let's just wrap this one up, because yeah, this one's also So that wraps up what was honestly a great day. 312 only fail coming from my penalty attack, plus 64 on the day, went plus 90 yesterday, missing another defense, but got some good defenses anyway. That's a great day attacking 312. I always list 310. It's a great day. And like you saw, most people don't defend against fireball. Final base definitely is a fireball. But yeah, for the most part, you can get some great hits. I'm really happy with that day. I managed to work with that last bit some earlier ones as well. So definitely getting back into the groove here, and hopefully we can kind of continue this in the next couple of days. Really hope you enjoyed watching. Leave a comment, just say hi. I'd like to get to know people who are watching my videos. And yeah, if you have any comments, write something. Somebody requested that so Warden and made a video on it. If you have anything you want to see, yeah, just let me know. So, switch to words here.